Pokemon ZA is the best Pokemon game ever made. Just kidding, I never played Pokemon before, so I have 0 points of reference for the series. My only type of interaction with Pokemon is entirely tangential and second-hand. From the images, video, cartoon clips, online memes and discussion, etc. that I have seen over the decades. Reason I decided to play it, even if I was not really interested in Pokemon games ever, is all the negative reviews and negativity surrounding the game. It cannot be that bad, can it? Here is a review of the game made by a person with a fresh pair of eyes, untainted by any nostalgia or alignment to any megacorporation. Game has 10 languages to select from, which seemed plentiful at first, but it is because localization was easy to do, as game has barely any voice acting. To an older player that can read fast and can enjoy text-heavy games like Morrowind and dialogue-heavy games like some older JRPGs, this is a big plus. I prefer more dialogue and more heavy storytelling versus simplistic dialogue limited by voice acting like in Oblivion. Character creation is simple. You can choose 1 out of 8 race and sex options, in range from blonde, light-skinned, blue-eyed boy or girl, to dark hair, dark brown, black-eyed teenage boy or girl. No East Asian option seems weird. Later on, after choosing your name, you can change the hair color and looks. Things like eyebrow thickness and color, eye shape, freckles, eyelashes, even the dark circles from no sleep, but no mustache or tattoos. Game Freak is getting trashed for the story, so let's see what's it all about, without too much spoilers. story begins with the player character, aka us, arriving into Lumiose City, the Pokemon world equivalent of Paris, I guess. The City of Light with a characteristic tower. Fresh off the train with just a big travel bag. In the city where humans and Pokemon live tighter. We are greeted by Tawny, a cute teen girl that's also a Pokemon trainer, as she asks to help her record a promotional video for some hotel. The conversation is interrupted by Ursula von der Leyen. Just kidding by Jet, the CEO of Quasartico Incorporated, talking from a huge propaganda screen about the next evolution of the Lumiose City by her corporation. As you get back to your new girlfriend Tawny, you notice that in proper tourist welcome fashion, just like in real Paris, someone's stolen the bag. Turns out it wasn't just a furry wild Pokemon, but a mixed-race couple of trainers as well. You have to battle them to get the bag back. So you choose your first Pokemon, gifted to you by the best girl, Tawny. After the victory and getting the bag back is a breakpoint and a weird thing I never expected in this game. Tawny declares you will be a great trainer and a terrific duo. This will be of importance a bit later in the story. After battling the waitress and escaping the battle zone, Tawny takes you to the Hotel Z, the place you will be checking in and where you meet AZ. As you are getting eased into the game mechanics, you meet Mabel the scientist, studying Pokemon that allows you to train your Pokemon new moves. In similar fashion, you meet other members of Team MZ, like Naveen and Leader, that both give you tips and some help on your way to acquire challenger points for ranking up as a trainer. Your first duel to advance from rank Z to rank Y is Zack, the taxi driver. He uses a familiar Pokemon, even to me. It's Pikachu. Pika Pika. But after beating him easily and sending away Zed Eternal, there is a moment in game that got me thinking. As you celebrate with Tawny, a mysterious butt in leggings approaches with compliments. It's Emma, the town detective, and she is eager to be acquainted with you. She yaps for a bit about failing to find some mysterious person Tawny asked her to find, before Naruto running away. The entire thing is reminiscent of Persona. I do not know about older Pokemon games, but this has that feeling of being the centerpiece male protagonist in Persona. Tawny, Leader, Naveen, Mabel. And now Emma. Only a couple hours into the story, and there is a harem of young ladies surrounding the MC. Isn't Pokemon a game for children? Or is Nintendo aiming at man-children? At lonely fat nerds in their late 20s to 30s that were the Nintendo kids back in the Nintendo 64 and Wii days. Does the game work the same if you choose a female character at the beginning? You spend a lot of time in dialogues and in Pokemon battles, and hunting wild Pokemon around designated wildlife wild zones in town. Totodile is a water Pokemon, so his water attack, Water Gun, does increase damage to Pignite, that's fire Pokemon, and weak to water attacks. Slowpoke is a water Pokemon, so he is resistant to Water Gun and takes reduced damage. Unlike the traditional turn-based format, battles in ZA unfold dynamically, requiring players to lock onto targets, manage cooldowns, and choose between close range and long range attacks in the heat of the moment. The speed stat now plays a pivotal role, influencing how quickly Pokemon can act and respond during encounters. A standout feature is the ZA Battle Club, a competitive arena where up to 4 trainers face off in fast-paced multiplayer matches, blending strategy, timing, and reflexes. Pokemon ZA showcases a striking visual overhaul, blending the charm of the Kalos region with a sleek cyberpunk aesthetic. Vumio City, the central hub, is reimagined with glowing neon lights, towering skyscrapers, and holographic signage that reflect its transformation into a futuristic metropolis. The game's use of dynamic lighting and shadow effects adds depth and realism to both urban and natural environments, creating a vivid contrast between high-tech zones and the remnants of traditional Kalos architecture. Character models and Pokemon designs are more detailed than ever, with expressive animations that bring battles and interactions to life. Game is stuck at 30 FPS, but with lossless scaling, it does fluid 1080p, 60 frames per second. The graphical fidelity extends to gameplay elements as well, with real-time battles rendered in smooth, cinematic sequences. Particle effects, environmental interactions, and fluid motion capture make each encounter visually engaging. The UI has been redesigned to match the game's modern tone, featuring sleek menus and augmented reality-style overlays. Whether exploring the city streets or engaging in multiplayer matches at the ZA Battle Club, players are immersed in a visually rich experience that pushes the boundaries of what a Pokémon game can look like. Music is fine and fits the occasion. It's more like background ambiental when in a comfy place, and picks up in battle situations to match. Only times it's a bit weird is during long conversations, because you have to focus on reading the dialogue and there is no voice acting. In conclusion, it is a weird one. I see no reason to play this game. As an experienced gamer, it just is not my cup of tea. But from what I have played, it's not really a bad game. Maybe it is a good game, but a bad Pokémon game. 82.100. It will be interesting to get deeper into the story, and to see how Pokémon gain experience and evolve. Perhaps playing some older Pokémon game that has stellar reviews and player recommendations. I will have a different view on Pokémon ZA. For now, it's okay.